That. You get what I'm saying? He didn't even have a good home structure to get away, so he was caught up in it. So our role models was the drug dealers in our neighborhood.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And the person I looked up to the most was my boy Kurt G's brother. His name was Donnie. You know what I'm saying? That's what I looked up to. He stood about 6'6", 6'7", about 340 pounds, a monster, built like a brick house. And you know, I'm a big guy myself, so I'm like, that's why I want to be when I grow up. I just watched him sell drugs all day, get money, get all the women. I'm like, that's what I want to be when I grow up. I didn't know no better. You get what I'm saying? I didn't have nothing else to look up to. We idolized that stuff. And when I found out that he, you know what I'm saying, he passed away, one thing that he did tell me before he died, because at this time I was just came around and learning I was going to be a father, which kind of slowed me down a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I understood I wasn't living for me no more. Like, this is my son right here. This is, you know what I'm saying, my junior. So, and I got a daughter also, same age. No, they're not twins. Like, I was caught up in the world, you know what I'm saying? But when I found out I was going to be a father, it slowed me down. But, and here's how you know when somebody really loves you. Even though they doing wickedness and they don't bring you in on it, they push you away from it.
Absolutely.
That's how you know when somebody truly loves you. And even though he was doing all this wicked stuff, he didn't try to, come on, you rolling with me. He like, nah, go home to your family. Go home, this ain't for you. Like, he knew, like, I can only, you know, I give all the glory to the Most High. The Most High, he picks and chooses who he wants to use to save certain people. And he saved my life because the same day he died, I was supposed to be with him. I was supposed to be with him. When he died, I was torn to pieces. And he don't remember because he was a baby. I went to his funeral with my son and my daughter in my arms, looking at him, just my best friend, you know what I'm saying? And after that, like, his whole family just fell apart because they was consumed by the evil and the hatred. And I watched his youngest brother, right now he's probably about 25. He's doing life in prison for murder. The middle brother, the one I was telling you about, Kurt G, he just got out 3 years ago. He just got through doing like 15 years straight. You get what I'm saying? And so, like, I was tore up about it. Like, I really didn't know how to feel. I almost felt like I was, like, I don't know how I felt, man. I was just tore up about it because, let's be honest, who do we talk to about our emotions? We don't talk to anybody because if we feel like if we tell somebody how we truly feel, we consider soft. Right? You soft. Huh. Look at him. He has emotions. You know, seriously.
Now, y'all laugh. Y'all see people crying or tearing up. What happens, right?
Right.
They think they soft. They think they a punk, right?
Right.
So, going off with something that he said was he idolized being in the games, right? But if a person really loved you, they wouldn't pull you in a wickedness, right? So, you guys know Officer Keys, right? Everybody here knows Officer Keys. Officer Keys grew up much older than me. Officer Keys just hang out with my older brother, our older cousin. I got a brother who's a little bit older than me, a couple years. He did Fed time, 2 years. Drugs and guns, transferring over state line, right? So when Officer Keys was growing up, he wanted to be just like our uncles and my dad. My dad sold drugs. They had nice stuff, they had rims, they had all the stuff that, you know, people idolize. They used to tell him all the time to give him money. No, you go read. Right. Hey, you go do this. No, you go in the house, right? Because they loved him enough to not put him in part of that environment.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask you guys one more question, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Do you feel that, I wanna make sure I word this right so it covers everything. Do you feel that when violence like this happens in African American community, people care?
Nope.
And when I say people,
Are we included?
no. I mean police officers, news media, politicians, even reverends in certain communities, right? Do you guys feel that they care? Another statistic? And then when you say that, is it everyone or is there certain people that you want to pick out of there? And I want you guys to be, listen, I'm a cop, but I'm an African American male before anything, right? So I understand exactly how you feel because I grew up in the hood. So the same way y'all felt about cops, or that you hear things about cops, I told y'all at the beginning when I was a kid, I felt the same way. The thing is, I knew that I couldn't make a difference if I wasn't part of something that was able to make a difference.
Right.
Right? So when you speak freely.
Right.
Speak what God gave you a voice, speak loud, speak freely, you're a black man, be proud. Come on.
like politicians to them, all like everybody in here, we just another number to them, right? And like you said, cops, because like some, I ain't gonna say all cops, but like most of them, they just see us as statistics.
Statistics? Okay. I would say that in my experience as being a police officer, I have run into some police officers who are like that, and I have to correct them. Because, yes, they see African American male walking down the street with a black on, he got to be up to no good, right? I mean, you guys see me in black jumpsuits and Nike outfits. All I wear is dark colors, solid dark colors, whatever it may be, right? I don't know, you guys probably didn't see me in a do-rag, but sometimes I wear a do-rag. Hey, I forget to take it off. So I'll tell y'all a funny story in the car ride home when I wore my do-rag to work. Like Sharon. All right, so come on. Somebody else, tell me, how do you feel that they care? No? They care. Go ahead. Depends who okay. Give me an example. A reverend, you think, so is it African American reverend in the black community, or is it a white reverend in the white community cares? Like, come on. African American reverend, have you run into a reverend who cares for you? Okay, okay.
I think they only care for the same.
I want you to say, once this goes off, say that again, but say it louder. And I heard what you said, but I think you're absolutely correct. Say it again.
I said I think they only care for a certain amount of time and stop caring, and then they stop caring.
That is absolutely correct.
Right.
Me being in the city, me working as a police officer, I can tell you right now, I've seen crime. Who knows where 75th and Ditch is? Yeah, I don't know anything up north. All right, actually, Desmond, where you stay at? How many people over there get shot at?
What?
Where you stay?
What?
Oh, Brightwood? Oh, yeah, they was shooting us a couple
All the
days ago.
time, right? So Brightwood is one of our areas that's split between two districts, right? North District and East District. I can tell you for sure there's been caseloads of people getting shot or get shot at and hit that hasn't been solved.
Right.
And you won't see it on the news. He lives in Brightwood. That is one of the toughest, besides Hillside area, in that area, right off of 34th and Keystone, Hillside.
25th.
25th, there you go. Those areas are the toughest, the worst areas, technically by reports, as in violence.
Right.
You don't hear that over the news. You don't see people sitting there all the time. You don't see police officers driving through there all the time, right? But Broad Ripple, one of the nicest areas around, how many police officers you guys see there on Friday, Saturday nights, Thursday nights? Ton of them.
Right.
I can tell you for sure that they got bike details going through. They had a bike detail in Brightwood for 2 or 3 months. And the people who did it, I'm telling you right now, they did not care about that area. They just wanted to do it for the extra money. So you didn't see them knocking on doors, asking people if they're okay. They just rode their bikes around the area, through the area real quick, sat in their cars, put their bike in the back of the cars and say they did it, right? But then you have Broad Ripple. Like I said, how many politicians live in Broad Ripple? How many people who are considered successful live in Broad Ripple?
Right.
When there's an incident in Broad Ripple, it's all over the news,
Right.
right? And then there's resources that's poured into that to try to prevent that from happening. But we have our neighborhoods just like Brightwood where there's incidents all the time and people are not focusing, right? So for instance, I can tell you this. This is not something that I would be able to pull up statistics and show you. This is not something I can pull up a graph and show you. This is just from my experience over history, right? And from what I've seen working in my different fields. So you have Brightwood, right? You have the individual who just lost their life, 4 individuals. It's been all over news the last couple of days, right?
Right.
Ask me in 2 weeks, would you see it?
No, sir.
So this is where it comes to our community where you guys say people don't care. You have to make people care and continue to keep that on their minds.
If I could say something too.
Go ahead.
And if I could, like Donald Trump and them, Donald Trump not gonna care about black people. You see what I'm saying? Or Mexican people. He already said Mexicans racist, rapists and everything like that.
Right.
A lot of them politicians they ain't about black people like that. We got to be about black people.
Right.
If you want to if you want to stop seeing the drugs and people getting killed, you got to stop smoking drugs.
Right.
We got to stop taking drugs.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because when you buy drugs, you supporting more of the killing that come behind the drug dealing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to do it. I know it's hard to get off the weed. I got off it. The brother got off it. He was addicted to cigarettes for years. You know what I mean? He got and weed. And he got the strength to get off of it. But you gotta not even get deep in it. You see what I'm saying? Because when you buy the weed, you bringing down our community. When you sleep with your brother's woman, you bring it down our community. When you do certain evils, you bring it down our community. You know what I mean? So y'all gotta stop it. We gotta stop it. That's how it's gonna stop. We can't look to the skies or the hills, thinking that these other nations is gonna come save us. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta start. You know, first turn down drugs. Stop smoking weed. You understand? That's gonna destroy your brain. Gonna make you slow. You see what I'm saying? When you slow, you're not gonna be successful. You're not gonna have your family in order. None of that. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Ward.
If I could. And one more thing I want to bring up to y'all, man. The most powerful weapon that y'all have to fight against all this stuff.
Hold on, Isaiah.
Yo, come down here so we can wrap this up. Let's go, sit down. Y'all can throw y'all stuff away in a second. Sit down, stay seated.
I just wanted to bring this out if I could real quick.
Yeah.
The most powerful weapon that y'all have to fight against all of this stuff that's happening, the way that you prevent quadruple murders and wicked stuff like that, the most powerful weapon, it ain't a gun. It ain't a knife. It's nothing like that. The most powerful weapon that you could ever have is brotherhood. That is the most powerful weapon. When they see us like this, what can stop us? You can't do anything like this. Y'all have been in a fight. Who punches like this? You're gonna break all your hands. All these right here is gone. You can't punch like this. You have to fight like this. Brotherhood is this. That's how you fight back, man. So as long as y'all stay together, as long as y'all support each other, as long as y'all support each other and love each other, who can stop it? Why you think the whole world is set up to pit us against each other?
Right.
The rap music, the TV shows, the politicians, everything is set up to turn each and every single solitary one of y'all against each other. Because the second that y'all come together, you're unstoppable, man.
Right.
Don't ever forget that. Brotherhood is a weapon.
And so we're gonna end with that. I want to. So like I said, I didn't want this to be like I said. Normally, what we do, we have a conversation. I want to hear from you guys, get a mindset for you guys. And so I asked these questions because in a couple months, we're gonna have an event that I'm setting up. And this event, I'll talk to you guys about it more. And this event's going to have to deal with gun violence. And you guys are going to have to talk. And this is an opportunity for you guys to voice your opinion in your community. There might be media press there, right? So that's something that I've been in the works with. I have 3 other organizations right now that's working with us that are going to help us with this program and event. And all of you guys, I want you guys there. Last thing, Martin. Come up, stand up here real quick. Martin. So we talked about, and we're going to talk about more about gun violence and things in our neighborhood because it happens everywhere, and it's something that won't stop. But we have to make sure that we try to help prevent it, right, as best as possible. So drug use, violence, these are things that will forever be there, but you have to find a way to make a difference, slowly but surely until there's no more, right?
Right.
All right, so our brother Martin here, last Saturday we didn't have a ticket session. Told you guys I had an event to go to, right? So me and Sergeant Keys, so I'll tell you what, Sergeant Keys wrote an essay for Martin for his academics to the Patients Organization for an award. He was actually picked and chosen, and he's going to tell you what award he won.
It was called it was like the Abrams Academic Award or something like that.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, pay attention. It's not the time. Go ahead.
And basically, we went on half-court line at the Pacers game, and they gave us laptops and stuff. And before that, we went to that practice area that they got at the bottom over there by the.
So there's a smaller courtroom where they have like events and things like that. So they were down there doing the ceremony. So it's about 10 kids in total, right? I think there's another, Officer Harris nominated one of his young men from his OK organization and charter. They got an award. They got to take pictures. They got to put their photo. They put their photo on the or jumbotron, whatever you call it, right? At halftime, also before the game, they got to slap hands with players. At halftime, Pacers organization, the members came out and gave him a laptop. You got an HP laptop, right? All right. Also, shortly after that, they came out and they gave him teddy bears. They also gave him autograph. What type of paperwork was it? Okay, so you guys know Malcolm Brown came out and signed autograph post, not for the 7 in high school. So Malcolm Brown is the Pacers point guard. He came out and he signed, he autographed a lot of paperwork for these kids to have and keep. They all got autographed paperwork, so posters or what have you.
What was it?